Hello. Good evening. It's your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm coming to you straight at NYC on this quiet and kind of cold evening. Now, this is a topic that I was going to speak about today, but I had to do some things around the house, so I said I was going to delay it for this evening. Now, this is a person I've never spoken about before, but I've known of her, and her name is Goldie Taylor. And Goldie Taylor, back in the early 2010s, during the Obama era of his presidency, she was very popular as a pundit, a person who spoke about things in Black culture, also about politics, and she also worked for Ebony magazine, if I stand corrected. Maybe she was another magazine, but she is a public relations expert. She's a political pundit, and she's somebody that actually disappeared. Really, she actually disappeared. She was here, very popular. Yeah, she's an author and opinion writer, and she was editor at large. Oh, she's editor at large of the Daily Beast, and I read the Daily Beast too. She was also on Politics Nation. Now, there are a lot of people that do not like Goldie Taylor. They don't like her. And the reason why they don't like Goldie Taylor is because Goldie Taylor, back in 2013 and 14, was writing articles where she was condemning Black men. Then when the Bill Cosby scandal broke, she actually condemned him as guilty right away. She was like, he's guilty. And she played a huge part in him being found guilty before he was even charged formally with the crime, with the crime, which he wasn't supposed to, because he had already signed that waiver where he wouldn't be prosecuted. But she led that campaign. Now, she's come back to talk about Hebrew Israelites and the ideology being very toxic in the Black community, and how for the past 50 years, antisemitism has been ingrained in the Black community. Now, first of all, that's not true. It's not ingrained in the Black community. It's only, I would say, maybe 5% of Black people, particularly Black men, who are members of the camps. Not even the churches, the camps that think that way. Okay? Now, here's the thing. And what I mean think that way, they don't like European Jews. Okay? Come to find out, she has Jewish ancestry. So she's taking it personal, and it makes sense why she's taking it personal as such. But there was an article that she wrote in the Daily Beast. And in the article, she mentioned how her uncle-in-law, through marriage, was racist, and he hated people who were of the, people say small cap faith. I'm just going to say people who were Jewish. So I'm like, she has a bigoted uncle. I'm thinking it's a Black man. Come to find out, she said he was white. So I looked at a photo because I said, I want to know who's her husband. So I see a photo of children, 2 children, a girl and a boy. And I see a photo of this man who appears white. And the children look biracial. And Goldie Taylor in the photo looks brown. And I asked myself, is she married, or was her ex-husband a white man? And I posted this, not in question, but I've come to the conclusion that she was married to a white man. And this is why. There are hardly any photos of her husband. And it's like a secret, because with everything that she discussed, if it comes out that her husband was a white man, what will happen is that people will say, now it makes sense why you're going after black men. You were once married to a white man, and your children was white. Now, she mentioned the racist uncle and how pretty much he used to say he was for segregation, pro Jim Crow, and all these different things. And I'm like, she was married to a white man. But she won't say it. Now, here's my thing. You're talking about other people openly. Why can't you just come out and say you were married to a white man? And she says that the racist uncle, she's developed a strange sense of admiration for him. And he had passed away in 2017. And so I said, something's not right here. Why won't she just say she was married to a white man? Yeah. So she now runs the Daily Beast. And that's nice. But there's some things that are kind of weird about her. And it makes sense why. It makes sense why she may go after people. Like, I know Superboy 223 from Your World, he thinks that she's had bad issues with black men. Now, her father, she lost her father. He was murdered. But I think it's deeper than that. I think it's a lot of pain with her. And I know I might be dragging when I'm saying this, but there are some black people who can't handle being black. But usually those black people, they don't really stay in the community. They usually venture out. And we may not agree with their choices, but at least we get it. It's like, you can't handle it. Okay, bye. Bye, whatever. But when you really don't like us like that, or at least you don't like black men like that, but then you're making money off of the culture, that's really slimy. That is slimy. And you have people thinking like you're pro for us. Because you can't be pro black woman and be anti-black man. It doesn't work like that. If you're pro black woman, you gotta be pro black man. And I think Goldie Taylor, she doesn't get it. So there is only one photo that I'm gonna post up of this man. He seems like her ex-husband. There are photos of her children online, and her daughter looks interracial. And you'll see. But it's really interesting that there have never been any photos of Goldie Taylor and her ex-husband. And I'm talking about photos that other people would post. And I just find that strange. So is that white man in a photo her ex-husband? Because the uncle, it's not the uncle. He's a young man. Who knows? But with that being said, I'm signing off. Thank you for tuning in. Excuse me. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and take care.